I have a woman who I love. No.
God.
I met a woman, and I'm trying to go to meet her in London
How did you meet this woman?
on a dating application.
Okay.
And he hasn't had a girlfriend in how long? And he's had depression. But he
That
said
seems
to me the other day.
That seems like private.
No, he says to me all the time. He goes, I don't think I have feelings anymore. He goes, I don't get depressed. I don't get angry. I don't get upset. I don't get excited. I don't get happy. And I don't think I can ever love anyone again. He goes, I think I've shut down. Like my body broke. He's been saying that for years.
That is
And I'm
true.
like, and I have stress about it. And I got hives because I'm worrying about Seth. And then my dad had surgery. And I had broke out. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much crap. I can't.
So
I'm
anyway.
constantly thinking about Seth not being happy in his life. And like, oh, maybe he's dead inside. And he finally met a girl. I genuinely think this. He finally met a girl he's talking to on the phone. He's excited about. And she lives in London and he can't get to her.
So in
we're
order to
trying
get to her,
raise a little bit of money so I can go see her.
and at this
in
point
London.
you might be asking, why don't Nathan and Paul pay for it?
We've paid for a lot
Good
of his
question.
stuff all the time.
Go on, continue.
I don't have an answer for that.
No,
Oh.
I just mean continue talking about something.
So anyway, I'm just trying to take a little break / go meet this woman to see if we love each other.
to see how true the love is.
Uh-huh.
So Nathan told me when you were outside of the room that this is pretty shocking to me actually. You told her you were going to do
I had
this.
to. I had to.
What kind of person are you?
Because it's just like I just felt like it was not honest if I didn't.
Were you worried that if you showed up and she, like, while you're on the plane, she's like watching a...
Well, she was watching you large, and Nathan's like, "Oh, I'm on YouTube right now." So he didn't know if she probably just web searched it.
Well, I mean, in this age of internet dating, people go deep down the rabbit hole of stalking.
Oh, and then just
it wouldn't
found
be
out.
hard for her to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you told her. Can you tell me exactly what you said to her?
I said, my brother recently started using this thing where you stream video games, and then he's opened up this thing where all of a sudden people could donate to him, and he didn't understand what was going on, and he made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And then he said, Seth, we should do that for you so we can send you to London to see that lady.
But I thought, well, people are already donating to me.
And you didn't have any reservations about exposing to this woman that you're brother.
Oh, and I said, oh, well, no, I got to be honest. I want her to know who I really am.
I think he was more worried that she would find it and he'd be humiliated, so he had to come out and say it.
It's a gamble.
I told her.
I wouldn't have said.
I told her, and she laughed, and she thought it was really funny. She goes, oh, that's such a good idea.
I mean, so what? Hopefully, this money, Paul, they're going to supervise. I would love to go.
D-Trucks, he does have his Santal 33. So now everything is working out. He has his Santal, and he has a girl.
Yeah.
And she can go sniff him, but he needs to get to her.
But if you make enough, he booked the flight.
He booked the
and we
flight,
wanted
which
to
he
get
can't
enough money
afford.
to
He put
cover
it on
the
a
flight.
credit card.
If you get more money, are you going to treat this woman to?
I told her that.
meals?
I'm like, now that if I get some money out of this, so I can take you out to eat.
I mean,
Seth hasn't taken a girl to eat in his whole entire life.
I have.
When?
I'm sure I took Lazalog to eat or something.
Where?
8 years ago.
Whole Foods, you got a bag of carrots?
I don't know.
You've never gone on a date
Yeah,
and
you've
gone
never-
to dinner
yeah,
with a
like
woman and paid for
Crossroads
her,
and
ever.
I went on a date with that lady.
Then they try
Did you
and
pay for her?
They try and pay, and you go, I got this.
See?
You know?
So this could be the first time if you can get yourself there, which you're almost close to the ticket
I'm
price.
just shocked that you were
I'm
just
shocked that I-
openly telling a woman, like, yeah, if I get more money, maybe I can take you out. It just sounds so, like, is she regretting the fact that
I don't think of it that way when I'm saying it. I just feel like I'm just gotta tell her the truth so I don't feel weird and guilty.
Do you think she is okay with this?
She's really cool. She's really cool.
Because that's a real test, though. If she doesn't think this is weird, like, oh my god, this guy's raising money playing video games to visit me, because normally that would be.
You'd be like, oh god, this guy's scrounging money so he can come see me.
Don't look at it that way.
I'm saying if she's not looking at it that way, that's good.
I don't think she is. I hope not.
I hope she sees this and we haven't put the idea.
Mike,
oh yeah,
Mike Lombardo wants to know if Cheffid can do a British accent.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope.
I've got to hear it.
No.
Sure. How do you do it?
How do you do it?
Here,
That's how you start doing accent.
In the British accent, why don't you say, looks like we'll have to split the bill tonight.
Looks like we're gonna have to.
Texas.
Texas! You're doing a cowboy!
Looks like we're going to have. How do you do it?
I can't do it very well, but I can do it better.
Looks like we're going to have to split.
Why are you doing Southern? What is wrong with you? Have you been to Europe?
looks like we're going to have to split the bill tonight.
Almost. It sounds
Was that
proper.
something?
What?
It sounds
I don't know
proper.
what-
It's better than Texas.
Just go hello. Start.
Hello.
Yeah. Now go.
Get
into
to the
it. Start-
cliche. You gotta start with the cliche.
What did you
accent.
say? Me and my Wally gaggers are gonna have some milk tonight.
Milk.
There we go. Tonight sounded all right.
Is that clock or
Yeah.
orange?
Listen to me. I'm pretty good. I'm really good.
My droogs. That's what it is.
Hello. Looks like we're gonna have to split the bill tonight.
This is.
It sounds a little Australian. I'm so
Her
bad at
accent
impressions. I get
is
embarrassed.
beautiful. Like it's like really like
All,
just
British
fluid.
women. Yeah.
But she said it's not like a London one. She said it's like a countryside one.
Oh yeah.
And she sounds so like sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Is your brother
What?
Steven Weber from Wings? Because I think he is a pilot and can fly himself there for free.
What kind of sophisticated woman would allow this to happen?
She's sophisticated.
I'm
telling
no
you.
judgment on this woman. She sounds cool. I'm very excited. I'm surprised she's not concerned with the fact that you're raising money to go visit her.
I think she's just an
Because,
appreciator
well, no,
of life.
hold on. Can I don't want to get into personal information, but we talked about this on the last episode. This dating app that Seth is on, it's like, we can talk about this again, right? That's
Yeah.
okay. It's like an exclusive dating app. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's
Because it got washed out on the last episode.
yeah. Well, okay. So this dating app, it's called Raya. It's basically for
Don't say that.
why not?
I don't know.
Sorry, Smithy.
Hey.
As an Englishman, I'm massively offended by this.
You're always paying attention to this. You're not present.
All
here.
right, all
Don't
right.
even read these. So it's a dating app that's kind of like meant for celebrities, of people of a certain stature. The only way Seth even got on it is because a pseudo-celebrity friend of ours got an invite for him. All you do is click
I'm
buttons.
not.
That's all he
I'm
does.
doing
getting
the
ready for the
cameras.
cut. I'm listening.
Not the cut.
It needs the
So,
cut.
so somehow Seth got on this. So on this dating app, when you come across someone, there's just a thing like, oh, this person is of some stature. They must have some value, some money, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, there's
value,
like a
that sounds
filtration
condescending.
process.
But Nathan couldn't get on it for some reason. Nathan's not famous enough.
I'm not. I
So-
couldn't get on it,
so-
and I have the official check. I'm freaking
So when
ticked
a
about
woman
it.
comes across you and is like, I'm gonna match with this guy. He's a good-looking guy, but then finds out he's broke.
Yeah, it comes with a sense of like, if you're on this app, your life is probably together.
It's kind
and,
of like
you're
releasing
figuring
like,
things out.
It's kind of like if a band put out a greatest hits album, but it was like their first album.
First
It's
album.
Like, what's going on
This is
here?
our
They
greatest
didn't like
hits.
do this. They haven't done. Like I don't know what is going on. It's conflicting.
That's my whole life is an enigma.
Yeah.
But
Coming back.
where did you go?
I'm
So,
just
but
get-
if she's not worried about that, thinks that's funny, then I think this is great.
I also sent her like what I consider to be my resume, which was
Your resume for love?
no, like for life.
Hold on.
For life.
Hold on.
No, that's not what you think.
To tell us
You gotta
everything.
explain,
about
man.
No,
What did
no,
you
this
send
is not
her?
interesting.
What is
This is not interesting.
Of course, this is interesting.
No, I sent what I consider to be like if this will give you an idea of what I sent her free money.
You sent her free
You
money.
sent her your pilot for Viceland?
You talk about piss.
Free
and
money is a
shit
pilot
and
Seth
everything.
did for Viceland.
Yeah.
In which he talks about living in a van, taking a shit in a bag, or did we
And
cut
collecting
that?
garbage and selling it. What he does on the show is he picks up trash and sells it.
Pissing on the streets.
No, I peed in the
You
bar.
sent her that. You
the
expose
bar.
yourself as your true Cheffid.
I said, here's my secrets to her
Your secret.
Did you send her this before booking the flight or after the flight?
before.
Did she know you booked the flight? He booked the flight, right?
Yeah, he did.
We can say that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, so he booked the flight already with no money. He put
Yeah.
on the credit
Credit
card. We're just
card.
hoping
23%
something
interest.
comes up.
We're
Don't wanna
hoping
pay
he
that.
makes money back because otherwise he can't
This
pay
would be
me
more
rent.
interesting if we could see things coming in.
You gotta look
Whatever.
up there. Oh, the chat,
No,
the
PayPal,
the
you
PayPal.
know.
Seth, can you open your
okay.
PayPal and see what you're getting? Do you get notifications?
No.
Okay, so did you tell her you booked the flight?
Yes, I told her.
What'd she say?
She's like super happy, excited. She can't-
After she saw free money. So she
Did she
saw
watch Free
Cheffid.
Money yet?
Yeah. Tell her what she said when she watched Free Money.
She loved it.
She goes, "This is hilarious."
She says, "You are so funny" or something.
She's into Cheffid. We
Can
found
I-
a girl who's actually into Cheffid, but she's in London.
I'm not trying to be rude at all.
What
Do
are you
take your hat
gonna
off
say?
in Free Money?
I do, but I think that shot got cut out.
Does she know you're bald?
My profile shows it.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to her on
It's a
FaceTime.
fair question.
I talked to her on FaceTime without my hat on.
You FaceTimed? Hatless FaceTime. Were you cropping it like this?
I
Were you
talked to her
FaceTime-
like this.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
High
Yeah,
top
yeah,
of your head.
Yeah.
That's
No,
that's the Baldwin
no,
trick.
I talked to
You
her.
FaceTime like
So
this.
many times.
No, I didn't.
I-
I'm not that brave.
I'm
did you
over
do?
it now.
The
So many
Baldwin
times in
trick?
every picture people would post to me, I go, I tip my head back because I didn't
Yeah.
want you to see
I mean,
my
what can I
head.
do? You know,
But
I
now-
am who I am.
Yeah,
Show
no,
it-
that's
I
great.
show it for all.
It's just a question. I was just asking.
She's just so sweet and nice that I don't feel like threatened by like superficiality.
Does she have a
or something.
boyfriend?
I don't know that.
Just kidding.
I never asked her.
Okay, so
She had a boyfriend. I know
what are
that.
you doing?
I don't know if I ever posted on Facebook that we're doing it. I'm trying to get people in here. You idiot.
I thought he was texting on my phone.
I'm trying to get into PayPal here.
This is a low-key episode.
This is a
Yeah.
bogus episode. That's
Why
why I
is
said it's a special. It's like the Star Wars movie special. Is what I think of this like.
Like the Christmas special? Or
Oh,
like
this is an episode.
where they go.
We haven't even gotten into it.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah.
What is that called? Life Day that they celebrate? Life Day?
I don't know.
And they have the weird acrobatic performance.
on
And
Star Wars?
it's like the
The
movie. It's just about
Christmas special? The shitty
Chewbacca.
Christmas
Yeah,
special? Yeah.
That's what I think of this episode
Yeah,
like.
I can't remember. Oh, it's so good though.
It's
Um,
bad,
well,
but
yeah.
yeah.
D-Trucks said you can tell her all about your inventions. Unless you don't
I
want to,
would-
because you think she's going to steal them.
Well, yeah, I
I
don't know.
would definitely not tell. Well, but I will say, sending her free money. It's sort of like there's two things going on there. Yes, one, it exposes you for the freak that you are, but two, it is look at my TV show.
Yeah.
I
No,
made
yeah,
this.
that too.
Yeah.
I guess.
You know,
For sure.
Not even that.
And
too.
she
I
saw
thought it's
Youth
super
Large.
sweet.
He showed her Youth Large. The
Okay.
Adult Swim
So
pilot.
you told her you're a writer.
She knows.
Finally.
Well, my profile says writer/old mechanic or whatever.
I know, but you
PayPal
told her,
balance is $134.
Whoa.
I don't think I
See?
had any money.
No, that's
in it.
from me the other day. Remember I sent you $134?
Shit. So he got
No,
money.
I sent that to you.
Does it say the date? Does it say, look at recent in and out?
I sent that back to you, Nathan.
Look at
'cause
when it came in. That's where that's the exact same amount. That I sent you.
details.
This is boring. Checking all these things.
I know.
I just want to talk. I don't want to look at
I
screens.
know. I wish we could see.
I
it
don't
coming in.
know how
If
to
anyone
do
has
this.
donated, write in the chat what you've donated so we can have a loose estimate of what.
I don't
if this
understand
is
what
making
this-
any
Give me
money.
your phone.
I don't know how to use the program.
Keep talking.
You're the one that choreographs this whole thing. You run the show all the time. I
Me?
just sit and laugh, and then Cheffid goes, ah.
This is a special.
It's not special.
No, this is
No, this
like
is a real episode that's gonna go on YouTube later. I'm just gonna have to clean it up and edit.
You gave 115, Nathan? There's 34 and 100 we got.
Oh,
on
someone. This
21st.
is new from Nick.
$134.
Nick and
new.
Spencer.
Spencer gave
Someone-
Like, if you
$100.
were- No.
This guy named Spencer gave $100. Did he
Spencer,
give money earlier?
Shut up. I don't know.
No one else is
Spencer.
touching it. No one else knows
Read
how
it.
works.
We gotta read it so
It
people
says
know.
$100.
$100
It
and
says
Spencer.
name
Spencer,
and
who are
everything.
you?
I don't want to say his name. It says
Don't
Oh,
say
Mike,
that.
you gave 120 just now?
Okay.
Or earlier, you mean? Roadstar, 25 for me.
At Hotmail. It's like
We're talking about right now
It's like
in
one of
this
those,
stream. Just
fundraiser
that's
shows.
PayPal,
yeah,
not
exactly.
earlier.
We're like the PBS, like donate now and you get, Okay. Let's stop reading these things. Let's just
Nick
check
Cape
in every 5
32.
minutes.
Wow. This is amazing.
So boring when we look at screens.
You want to know what
I
we're
want to
making.
have a conversation. We can check the money on this. Let's talk.
All right,
I'm
I'm
just
just trying to tell
refreshing
everyone
it.
so it's going well.
They'll hear us, and then we'll check that back in every few minutes. You're not here, man.
All right, I'm here.
Okay. Tell us how you feel.
About what?
What do you mean? You're about to go to London to visit a
Oh.
person you've never met that you've known for a week. It's madness.
I feel a little strange.
Okay, more. Tell us.
But I used to do things like this in my youth. But now I feel like, well, to be honest, the only thing I'm worried about is death.
In
That's
life?
it.
Death of what?
Of like the plane crashing.
Oh, you
or
also
like,
Seth hasn't flown in 2 years.
His last flight was traumatic.
Oh,
too.
talk about that.
I heard
You have
like
to talk
about terrorist
that.
attacks in London. And
There's always terrorist attacks.
Oh my God, my brother flies.
Oh, yeah, your brother was
50,000.
You have to tell the story. Last time Seth was on the plane,
Is your
the
brother gonna
landing
come
gear
see me
didn't
at all?
come
I
out.
forgot to ask him. Okay. Tell me what
Hello?
happened last time in Chicago.
Talk about it. You
Just
have
talk
to.
about it. I'll tell it then if he's not going to do
Dude,
it.
dangerous flight.
Okay, what happened?
That was awful. What am I doing? And not only that, I'm going for hours this time.
Nathan and I flew all around Europe. We took, like,
I
6
was
flights
surprised you
recently.
came back. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, God.
I wanted to take a boat. Nathan wouldn't let me.
I want to take a boat.
I know.
Which night, if you'd watch any of the other episodes, you would know why to donate, and you'd know the plight of Cheffid. I can't go into it right now, but
You're just reading comments. You're not looking.
because I'm trying to let people know what's going on.
I know, but it's hard. How are we supposed
Seth
to? all talk?
CJ5 at Hotmail.
But they're saying I haven't
for
seen any
PayPal.
good reason to donate in this podcast. They've watched so far, they haven't seen any reason to donate. This is a thing you have to know. Cheffid's life stinks.
It doesn't stink.
This whole podcast is
The
dedicated
reason
to how
to donate,
insane he
the
is.
reason to donate is because you're donating something that seems like fun because I'm going on this totally spontaneous, irrational trip
Cheffid's-
to London,
And he doesn't have the money
and
for
I don't have
it.
the money to pay for
And
it.
every episode we talk about how he has no life.
So we're basically
We've
we're
spent-
basically
Yes, no
putting me
love.
on a raft, and you're sending me out to sea to see what happens.
Because we've spent 10 hours now just mining Cheffid's life for, I don't want to say
Yeah,
gold,
we basically
you know,
put
like-
we put
silver.
Cheffid's ego on the chopping block for 9 episodes now.
Yeah.
And he's been embarrassed and exposed, and now we're finally trying to give him a measly $500 to
He's
pay
always
back.
saying we're mean to him.
And this whole podcast is because Paul and I want to do it and expose the insanities of Seth.
Yeah.
That's why. So if you watch the
So
old
I'm gonna
episodes
go on retreat.
YouTube, then you know
I'm gonna
why.
go on a little retreat and
So now he's
recuperate my
gonna
brain.
enjoy what.
Well,
all
that's
this
kind
work.
of interesting because
You've
you know
earned
my
it with
self-esteem is like whatever down.
Yeah.
But if I go on this date with this lady and like she likes me, I'll feel better about myself.
I'm sure you
So after
will.
all these episodes of like sadness, this is like sort of like my healing.
Oh, sure. The arc of the podcast has been, well, it's not even an arc. It's just a flat line. You know?
yeah.
So, but I mean, what I find interesting about it is like Seth. So Seth has this thing where he has so I hate saying it was so little money. It's just like you said, it's so like mean. When he's broke,
Everyone's got little money.
when he's broke and he buys something, he feels pain when he buys, like, I shouldn't be doing this. I don't have the money. And the credit
His
card
famous
swipe,
quote
it's
is,
like,
"Can't afford flavor."
can't afford.
He doesn't buy food that tastes good because
But
it's
he'll
more
do it
expensive.
because Nathan and I are doing it. He can't do it. It's
Trying to
like
keep
a
up with my
little-
friends.
Yeah, trying
And
to
then
keep
I
up.
pay his rent.
It's just been a little bit of a torturous time. So for someone in that position to then just willy-nilly just buy a flight to Europe is crazy.
Because they think, well, he's an idiot. Why would I give him money?
So no,
But
well,
he
hold on.
wants to have love for once in his life, and like, what's the point of living if
Also-
you can't enjoy life? So we're trying to help him actually
Yeah,
enjoy life.
so to
And
add,
he does work. He just doesn't
to
make
add
enough for
one
Los
thing to
Angeles.
this is Seth wasn't even going to book the flight, and then Nathan said we could probably raise money for it. So then Seth said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it then." So this is kind of like your doing. That was your idea.
Yeah,
It's also
this is
funny
my
because if I don't make enough money, I'll be screwed anyway.
I
That'll be-
know.
that'll be another
I
joke.
told you to buy a
That's a
ticket
major
because
problem.
people were
Well, it'll be
donating
funny.
to me. People were donating a lot of money to me when I would play stream games. And I thought one day, instead of the money going to me, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So if people are already going to donate to me because I'm streaming constantly and putting a video up once a week, then I'll just give my money that I earn to you.
Yeah.
So that's what this is. So now let's get into the episode and tell us about that flight from Chicago.
Oh my
Go.
god. I don't even. That flight to Chicago was just
And
like a random.
Why were
thing.
you going to Chicago? Why was your last flight taken? Tell everybody. For
You
a
gotta tell everyone.
for a
A break.
for a
Arrest?
woman.
A woman. A woman. That's right. Yeah, I blew that one. She's one of the missed romances in my list.
Okay, so Seth just told us.
I'm listening.
You're not hearing though.
I can't not have
You
this.
don't
in front
have
of
to
me.
I
do
know,
that
but
right
it's
now, dude.
we can't talk. We just it's physically it doesn't flow.
I don't think you need to do
What
that
do
right
I do?
now.
Put the laptop down?
Just don't look
Yeah,
at it for 5
just
minutes.
put it down for a minute.
Just look at him for 5 minutes and check back in. You can do a
All right.
scroll. You have to like
looking
dole out your time.
at my own
You
brother.
don't do it weird.
Just put the computer on the ground for 5 minutes and then check back in.
Okay, so Seth just told me that
Put it down so you can see your face
and
anyway.
then he just
You
changed
can't
his
see my
things.
face.
He just likes touching buttons.
I
and
love
screens.
buttons.
Seth just told me right before we started this that in his phone he keeps a list of
Missed romances.
missed romances, and I just don't know why you would do that.
Why would
It's
you
just
remind
some-
yourself?
Yeah,
I told it's literally like writing down a list of things I screwed up.
Because I don't think of it that way. I thought
Why?
But why would
Why
you?
would
like,
you want like a memory of?
because I like to think back about what could have been, I guess.
I mean, I definitely have a mental missed romances screwed
Yeah.
up.
I don't have any of them. Nothing. I've never missed any of them. I've only had one. Now I
Yeah,
got it.
right. You got a lot of romances.
All yours,
But I
are,
didn't
all,
miss
your,
any.
all yours are
Oh,
just
wow, yeah.
regretful romances. You
Yeah,
you had the
most
romance.
of them are
and-
regret.
No.
Some of them like Ash.
Well, I went to Chicago and I visited this lady, and she was a friend of mine.
And then you became more than friends on that trip.
No, they didn't.
No, we didn't. And like,
Oh,
I wanted to
thought you
have a
did.
thing happen.
It's in the missed romance.
But I had come back from Burning Man. I was in this weird state of mind, and I couldn't.
Oh, hey, if you come back from Burning Man, you're never in
and I couldn't
Oh,
like.
God.
I just couldn't be at peace. And then I came there to sort of like relax my brain. And then she and I like had a nice time. We went to food and blah blah blah. And we went to like Lush and got some bubble bath stuff. And we like were like, oh, we're gonna
took a
take
bath together?
Well, we said we were gonna take a bubble bath together or whatever. And I was like, dang. And so we went and bought the stuff, and she paid for it too. She paid for the soap.
Because she
And
knows
then-
the plight of Cheffid.
And then
Exactly.
You lived in a van at the time, remember?
yeah, and then she had this big tub, and we filled it up and put the candles and all this, and we sat there naked together in the tub, and we had a romantic moment, and I was like, I wanted to fool around with her, but like I couldn't because like my brain just was like in Burning Man, and like I just could not.
What
like,
does that mean?
I don't. I was just in a spiritual realm where I couldn't like get to touch earthling feelings.
What
And
does that mean?
I just couldn't.
Bottom line, you blew it.
Yeah, we didn't fool around.
So then you had to leave.
I left.
And what
Oh,
happened?
God,
So the
that's
flight
the whole
home.
point of
That's
the
whole point
story.
of the story is
Oh.
the flight home.
And so like we were driving back, or flying back,
You
and
can't just post, he really needs it. No one knows what you're talking about. You have to
I
put
know.
donate to Cheffid's flight fund. Make it like a thing. He just keeps posting, he really needs it.
No, there's a lot in there.
CJ5@hotmail.com.
just
No, there's a lot of information. You didn't read it all.
You didn't read it.
give Paul the computer.
Yeah, let me do it.
So I was flying back,
Fund.
and
Fund.
we're about to land in L.A.
Yeah.
And then you could feel the plane going down, and then
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the plane started going up, and then it goes,
Listen.
and it
I'm
went,
listening. I'm listening.
and it went.
Stop webbing.
I heard a wheel come down with it, and I heard, like it was just bad mechanical noise.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the Swedish metal band that was on the plane, everyone got quiet because they heard some catastrophic sound.
Yeah.
And then there was not a peep, and then he goes, "That doesn't sound good."
the metal band?
The metal band guy, like over everybody, everyone heard him, and like I
So
wanted to
funny.
laugh, but like I couldn't.
Oh, that
And then
is
we went back
funny.
up, and we circled for 45 minutes.
Okay, why?
Because the wheel wouldn't come down right.
The wheel wouldn't come out. That is
The landing
so
gear wouldn't come
scary.
down. I saw a video of that, and the plane landed and it like caught on fire because the metal was scraping the ground. The fire trucks were like driving right next to the plane, waiting to hose it off.
And then they said, "Okay, everybody, we're gonna land now.
Oh, they said don't be freaked
Don't
out
be
when you
freaked
see
out
the
when you
emergency
see
vehicles.
emergency vehicles along the runway."
Okay. I won't be freaked out.
And then, dude, I'm like, I do not want to die in a capsule. I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
die. I want
yeah.
fresh air. And then so we freaking come down and we landed and rah, full brakes and we stopped and the wheel held. It worked.
it did,
It was
yeah.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was like all out but not
So-
straight.
I think it just didn't lock in
So, but
place.
the point
properly.
is, since then, Cheffid has been a little gun shy about flying.
Why am I
Yeah.
going? Now I'm freaking out. Now I'm like thinking about it.
Oh, who cares? Paul and I fight all the time.
You are petrified. of
I am
flying.
petrified. of
Paul and I went to Europe recently after Christmas. It was so funny because I don't even think when I'm doing anything. And I don't even think.
I kept
about
saying to Nathan, I was like,
logical
Nathan,
fears.
I'm like, this flight is so turbulent. I didn't feel anything.
I didn't.
The whole time.
Brain
Grumble.
numb.
I'm
He
just
goes,
oblivious.
he's like, just
Wait,
bumps
was
in
that
the
two
road.
That's
or
just how
from?
planes are.
And then,
Was that to or from?
two
That was the way
It's
home.
everywhere, every flight.
I
It's
remember on the way
awesome.
home. He was sweating. He was like this. He wouldn't sit still. I was like,
Should
it's
I-
making me stressed. I'm like, just relax. There's nothing you can do.
Should I
you have to
anticipate
sign up and let go.
turbulence?
Turbulent.
Turbulence.
Turbulence?
Yeah, you gotta.
Turbulence is part of flying.
Honestly,
It doesn't
flying to
matter.
Europe is usually pretty smooth because it's such a long flight. That
Oh, and
you
you're
get
going
so
with the
high
wind.
And boom. Coming back, it's always scary.
But going with the wind is better.
Don't worry about that. So, but listen, this is funny. So Nathan
I can't
is-
tell if anybody's donated
Okay.
us.
Nathan is texting your mom right before we're about to take off. And she's like, have a safe flight, tell me when you're going to take off. And Nathan's like, I'm going to take off now. She's like, but tell me exactly when. He's like, I don't know, soon, whatever. And he was like, kind of asking, what are you worried about? She's like, I just like to know when you're safe. And I was like, Nathan, your mom just likes to know. It's a parenting. Like, say
It's
when the flight's going-
paranoid
And
is
she's
what
like,
it
she
is.
can just check it on the computer. It's like, yeah, she just likes to know. And then Nathan's like, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. She's like, well, you never know, terrorism. And then I'm like, Nathan, why is your mom talking about terrorism? And Nathan's texting her back, terrorism's 90s. And she's like, you never know, the pilot could be tired or could have drank last night. And I'm like, yeah, the pilot could be tired.
You're right.
And then Nathan's like, out loud, he's like, there's no terrorism. I'm like, Nathan, you can't say terrorism. Even on the airplane, he's like, who cares? It's 90s. And I'm just like, his mom is feeding.
Nobody
my-
hijacks planes
Your
anymore.
anxiety.
It is 90s.
It's not 90s.
It was retro when those people in 9/11 did it. It was like, oh, that's surprising. I'm surprised people still do
Was
that.
9/11
It happens all the time. We're just the government, the good government, is just cutting things off. That shoe bomber, we got him.
Feeding your anxiety.
My
your mom
girlfriend's
said-
uncle is the one who arrested him in that picture.
Because then when I read about that Air
The shoe bomber.
France flight, that pilot was tired. He was partying all night with his girlfriend, so he went to the cabin early to sleep. So the junior pilot took over and screwed it up.
What happened on the Air France flight?
They crashed. I shouldn't be talking about
When
this.
is that?
This was like a couple years ago. It was like one of the biggest of like that kind of
Death?
thing. Oh yeah.
But the
The
chances
whole
of
plane,
an
like,
actual
locked
crash
up.
are a lot
They
less than a
couldn't get
car
out of it.
crash. Plane crashes are a lot less.
So I spend a lot of time on.
Oh, don't! You're an idiot. You're fine.
No, but
Don't
here's the
worry
thing.
about
I
it.
spend a lot of time on Reddit.
What if
like,
this is the path to my death?
It's not.
It's not, you idiot.
It's definitely not.
Everyone personalizes everything about themselves and thinks
know.
that all the other people on the plane are thinking the same thing. It's not your death.
I
it's
spend
it's
a
like-
lot of time reading like fear of flying
It's an
Reddit things
ego
because there'll be
thing.
like AMAs with pilots and stuff, and they like really like made me like feel safe, you know.
Oh, really?
Even like when shit goes out on a plane, this is really interesting to me, and I could be wrong, but this is just what someone said. Like if engines went out or whatever, a plane doesn't just drop; it is aerodynamically
it's
designed
glide.
to
It'll
glide.
glide.
You know,
Yeah,
like you can get and not just like glide a little bit, like usually in enough range to even get to somewhere to land.
Yeah,
Planes just don't go.
No,
you
they
know?
just don't plummet.
And you know, as we talked about, everything is redundant on airplanes. Two of everything. It's just like they just fucking work. You know, there were like no crashes in 2017 on commercial airlines, like none.
Because they freaking fly on Wi-Fi, and the guy that set up, you type
Also,
it in, and
what
the
comforts
URL
me
the
is
plane
sometimes
goes.
I look at the map. There's a map that shows you all the flights at a given moment.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, so many.
There's a million of them.
I heard there's like 3,000 at a time.
It's like up above us right now. You know, it's like 3,000.
It's crazy.
Plus, you're going there for love. The world wouldn't, you know, they know you're on an adventure.
Yeah. I was just gonna say something you were saying about.
So that is why he hasn't flown in 2 years.
Yeah.
Also, he can't afford
yeah, I
it.
was gonna say I'm broke.
Yeah, also
He
that.
hasn't gone to see our parents. My
But
mom's
I'm
like, I
also
haven't seen you in 2
yeah.
years.
Well, I'm also making a thing out of it. I'm
Dad's
stopping in
son.
Boston on the way back, so I can see
Yeah.
my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a.
And our dad just had like a
humanity.
surgery, so he's gonna
This
go
could
see
be
our
an
dad.
all-around. So, are you gonna put this on YouTube?
Yeah.
So I feel by the time people are watching this online, he'll be there,
Yeah,
right?
this
You'll
is a
do
major
next-
Well,
development.
I think you could even put it up quickly so that if they do want to donate before I leave.
Oh yeah,
that's
I
a
could
good
probably put it
idea.
up like it's Friday or something.
Okay, forget what I just said.
Oh yeah.
People
but
watching this, he leaves
Good
on.
word.
When do you leave?
The 27th,
Is that Wednesday?
Tuesday.
And he's going to London. Ryan was asking where he's going. He's going to London.
But also, I think I was gonna
He's
try to
gotta go get
document
that vegan
some
chicken
of it.
sandwich we got.
You're gonna document? I know.
I wanted to document
He's
some
gotta
of
make a
it.
food list.
I want him to go to the other chicken
Well,
sandwich
he
place.
can't afford it.
I know
Will
you didn't
Joseph
like the
give him some
sloppy
money?
mayo on that chicken place.
Yeah, tell
Oh,
Joseph
just
to
take some of it off.
Will Joseph take me and her out to eat?
Light mayo, tell him. And
But
also,
they
it's
ha-
freezing
they
out
have-
there now. You have to sit outside.
No, it's March now.
It's always cold in
It
London.
was snowing there a couple days
Spring.
It was snowing a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, she was cold. Yeah.
ago.
What are you nervous about? Did you say?
I don't know two thoughts I had, and I keep losing them all.
So anyway, anybody that's just tuning in and just heard that last bit, Cheffid's going to London. He needs money because he put the flight on his credit card and doesn't know what to do now.
Because he doesn't have the money.
And I'm speaking for you as well, Nathan. We want you to feel like good on this trip. Money in your pocket.
Yeah.
With a woman, no, I don't want you to. What I don't
can't
want,
stress.
what I don't want is like going out to dinner and he's like, oh, I'd like to get a lemonade, but I can't because of money. I want you to get that lemonade.
I don't think so.
Jeffrey can't afford flavor.
I
you
need-
can't. You have to afford
We
flavor.
need some more donations if I'm going to be buying lemonade.
So I mean,
The flight is basically covered.
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
yeah,
but
we're not.
food,
I'm not sure.
we have
I
to
mean,
add it up.
food, anything.
YouTube takes
There's a million.
YouTube takes a bunch of the money. You have to add it.
I mean,
added
just
up yet.
anything.
I think we're
Going
close
out,
to
a
it.
bus,
It's just the
and
trip.
travel,
We're just trying
Ubers,
to
all
we're
your
trying to get
bullshit.
money toward the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
we'll all go to the trip, and it will be all documented, and then we'll do.
Oh, that's
it
what I was
by
going to say. I was
all
going to try to
after.
document a piece of it.
This can be
and
the
then
season
I
10,
told-
episode 10 episode when he comes
Well,
back.
the next
It'll be the season
episode
finale.
will be coming back, and we'll get to
And then
hear.
we can
Although
put- we can tag
episode
on
8
that.
is missing.
But we can tag on my little footage thing at the end
Sure.
of the episode.
But are you going to be forthcoming with the details on the way back? When you come back, you're going to say how it went, tell us about the dates.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to want to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan will
tell-
buy you a gas station sausage.
How's that sound?
Sounds good. Well, I can't eat it, but
What is that? How much does that cost?
It's probably like $1.
So send it over. $1 PayPal.
yeah, send me $1.
Here's the I
People
really
couldn't read it, so I had to put it. I had to
it's
type
so
it in.
funny.
Seth CJ5 at Hotmail PayPal account. Here we go. Get this.
Or just
Tape it to the front of the
cut into
couch.
the shoe shot. Yeah, this is exactly when you should be changing the camera angle. You friggin' dink.
Oh.
It's out of focus.
Here,
It's also
tape it to
so
the front of the couch.
poorly written. It's just
Yeah, but you can't see it down
Maybe
there.
then I do this.
not like a good word.
The sign is the representation of this show.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and
know.
Cheffid's life.
And Cheffid's life. This show is run so. Maybe it's not me that's cursing the show with the production problems. It's freaking Cheffid's
Maybe
curse.
we should do it. My own brother.
So you're saying I am
While Seth is away.
Why did
to
they
see
didn't pick
what-
up my show for a series?
Yeah, I bet you we could do this without Cheffid. We'll get like
Oh,
a
we didn't
million
time
views.
it. How long have we been doing this?
Oh, I
Does
don't
it say?
know. This doesn't say. Anyone know how long we've been doing this thing for?
I was gonna start it too, and I forgot.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I'd like to know. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, this is like actually.
I
coming-
want to be excited, but I'm kind of like
Why? Tell me
a
why
little
you're
bit
not
scared.
excited. Why are you scared?
I just like this sounds too good to be true. Like
We were
thought
while he was
he
a
was
catfish.
getting catfished
I
for
got
a little bit.
catfished earlier in the year, and it was like
Nathan's
really weird.
catfish was so funny.
it's
The girl
sad.
was no, it's not
No,
sad. It's
it was sad
fucking
because I didn't make
hilarious.
any matches. I was on Bumble for like 6 months, 0 matches with any girls. And then I
Well,
get a
you
match.
matched, but they just didn't talk. Probably.
No,
But,
they
like-
unmatched me. I see them go, oops, and they remove the match. And then I got a match. I was like, oh my gosh, oh, this girl's really cute. She's sending me pictures.
And then so, well, how much can I tell of this?
You can tell them all of it. I
Okay.
don't care.
Well,
The
well,
woman
so
was sending
the girl-
me like naked
But the
pictures.
girl
and
was
I've never got a naked
but
picture from a
what
girl
was,
ever.
No, what was
Well,
funny about
yeah,
it is the
yeah.
girl was super forward to start. She obviously like found Nathan, then started Googling him, and one of the first things she said, she was like, I hope your moves in bed are as good as your dance moves online. Right away talking about
It's like,
sex.
oh wow, you knew.
And like being a dumb man, as you, me, Nathan, all of us are,
Gullible.
like, I can't believe it. She likes me. It's like it should be a red flag right away.
It's like, usually what I think is, Seth or Paul, they made an account and they're pranking
And we
me.
swore they weren't. So we were all, I'll admit, we were all a little excited for a minute. And then she sends like a naked picture, head cropped out. And, it didn't look like iPhone quality. It looked kind of old. We were really kind of analyzing it. So then Nathan was like sent a picture of himself, like just like, hey, it's today, or a video. Now you sent a video back. Basically like prove that you're real. And it was just, she just kept saying like, I can't right now. I'm in the DMV or whatever, and wouldn't verify that it was a real
She
person.
had excuses. So what I did was I Google image searched
Like
the
a
picture
reverse
she sent
image
me.
search, right?
You
Is
can
that what you can
go
do,
on
or-
Google and you can load the picture they sent you,
Yeah.
and it searches for matches of physical matches. And I found this one picture, the same exact picture. And I've realized that the one they sent me was a mirrored version of it. So
Because maybe they think they don't want you to.
They can't
research or
trace
something.
it. So
but
I
it had
found the
the person's
original.
face in it too.
I had the original, and then I found the girl. I found that on it was on like
Well, hold on, then you
4chan, and I found it was an old picture of a girl, and it was like kind of grainy. And then I found the other pictures they were loading.
So
and I
then-
found the girl who they were taking images of. It was a girl named, say her name.
no, but the
Linda.
naked girl was different than the real
They
girl.
said the naked girl looked nothing like the other pictures. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Because the head was cut out.
Yeah, she was sending pictures of like.
Oh, the head
face-
was cut
just
off, and then
Naked
I found the
picture of this
original,
one
that's it.
person, and then face pictures of another. So, but hold
And
on.
the naked
hold on, wait a
picture I
minute.
saw,
But-
the face was different. When I saw the original, I was like, oh, that's not the same girl.
But Nathan,
I'm being
he texted
tricked.
her back the full naked picture and said, "Oh, here you are," or whatever. And then she
Yeah,
drops off.
because I
She knew
caught
the
them,
jig
and they're
was
like,
up.
oh crap,
Yeah.
I've been caught.
So, but hold on.
I
Let me
went-
explain,
then I
let me
went
explain this
farther.
better. So that was just the naked photo, but then there were other pictures of her face. So Nathan found who the face pictures were.
Yeah.
Like this person was using someone else's picture, and it turned out to be a friend.
It was
of
the
a friend
sister
of,
of
ours, a
Grace's friend. Our friend
Okay.
Grace, her friend's sister.
Yeah.
So it was like 2 people removed.
Right.
And so I said, hey,
So
do you want to tell your friend that her sister's image is being used by this fake person and
Yeah, to
texting it to
catfish.
people, to catfish
So,
people?
but like.
And then I let them know. I said, hey, I told the catfish, I notified the person. They're aware that their image is being used. You can no longer, this number is being flagged or whatever.
But I don't understand like
So
what.
I freaking cracked the whip and shut down that catfish.
But I don't. What is? I'm gonna sound so naive. Now what's catfishing? I know. Like what was he, whoever it was behind it, what's their point? What's their
It's
goal?
just for fun. They do it. I watched the whole.
I think they get a
2020
rush out of
video
like just being
by
sneaky.
manipulating
Like
people.
they're not
and
going to get
tricking
you to
people.
buy them gifts or send them. There must
Maybe
be
some people have incentives, but like
Yeah.
this person, I think was just messing with me. So, and I think they looked me up and they said, "Oh, you're so funny." That was the first thing they said. I love your videos.
calling you a detective.
I am a detective.
No
Tyson.
job too big,
Thank
no
you.
crime too small.
I'll freaking crack those
This
catfish in
person said
half.
you need to do a detective character.
I will do a detective character. This was it. I crack them all. I crack the cases all the
Nathan
time.
should get his own procedural. I agree. I would definitely watch you out there cracking stupid.
I am a
cases.
good detective on the internet. I can find out almost anything, and I'm not exaggerating.
Almost anything.
It's true.
What's
I have found-
Obama's password?
I
to
can
his
find it.
ATM.
Actually, I can find it.
Nathan,
I am
and
good
Nathan
at
is
sleuthing.
actually pretty good. Like I was trying to find out who this girl was, and I was going. I mean, Nathan found it like instantly. He's just good at.
I
that
know how to
shit.
search things. I'm on the web all the time.
He's a creep.
I'm a creep, and I'm on the web, and I'm motivated to. I don't want people to trick me.
So
I
anyway,
want to get them.
we were thinking that Seth's romantic London woman was a catfishing situation.
Yeah,
But,
because it happened to me recently, and you never know who is this person in London that wants to see Cheffid.
I know.
It's like,
Well, don't put it that way.
Who could ever want Cheffid to
If she
visit
were-
them?
if she
I mean,
were-
if it hasn't
this.
happened for all these years, and all of a sudden it's happening, it's like something might be.
You guys are gonna make her question her
Let's
decision.
ask to with this camera. Let's go to this camera. Right. What are you thinking?
In the middle camera.
What? I don't want to say her name.
No, you can't say her.
I know. I don't even know her name.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I don't know her name either.
If she watches this,
I just know it's a London lady.
if she watches this, better not be catfishing.
Yeah,
Nathan
go-
Barnett, detective, is on the case.
Hang on.
Oh, well, crack the case. You don't got.
Yeah, yeah.
You want justice? You got it.
Yeah.
Go to
no
Paul-
one's gonna trick
go
my
to
own
Paul's
brother.
shot.
It's a false love.
Yeah.
Go to Paul's shot. He's out of focus.
Hey, this isn't funny if you're messing with my own friend Cheffid.
Yeah.
He's very desperate, very lonely. What are you doing
He
here?
hasn't had emotional contact with another
Yeah,
human
he doesn't
being
have physical
in 5
contact,
years.
emotional contact,
Don't
or
ruin
money
my
in a
own
long
brother's life.
time.
And no money.
You watch
Yeah.
it.
We just saved you, Cheffid.
Yeah.
She's not gonna mess around now.
And if she gets a text from you, maybe you shouldn't come. We'll know. You're welcome.
You were catfished.
Or she just doesn't like this and it thinks it's not. What if we ruined this? That would be
my
so.
God.
I was gonna say funny, but it'd
I'm
be
just gonna ask her if
horrible.
she can not go on the internet for 7 days.
That's not what you say to a girl when you're going on a date with her.
Hey,
You're not going on the internet
but
for
you
7
should
days.
say-
I don't want you to see what I'm up to.
But no, I think you preface it like this: since I'm doing something for you by coming to London,
yeah.
can you do
give a
something
tip
for
for me
me?
and
And
not
then
go on
say,
the
what is
internet
it?
for
Say,
7
don't go on the internet for 7 days.
That is extremely suspicious.
She's a powerful woman too.
No woman's gonna go, okay, and then just sit there.
If anything, they're gonna be.
Well, I can't check my email.
Go on the internet.
Cheffid told me not to go on the internet.
And then, like a couple days later, if you saw that she had activity on Instagram Messenger, I saw that you were on the internet. I thought we said you weren't going to go on for 7 days.
This date. Well, you know what it sounds like? My first date was Siobhan.
Yeah.
My girlfriend that I went out with, my last
Oh,
big girlfriend.
this is so.
We gotta tell this
great.
story.
Wait,
It's
how many
very
people are
appropriate.
watching?
I got 51 people watching. I'll try to make this
Here's a
quick. You're gonna
donation
have to help
link.
me out.
Here's a donation link.
Chevin's going to London. He bought a ticket, but he's broke.
And he has no money. If you want to give $1,
Donate
you
to
can
his
donate
PayPal.
directly to his
Seth,
PayPal.
CJ5 at
We'll check at the end to see how much he's made. The goal. Someone asked what the goal is. I think the
And
goal
the
should
ticket's
be.
$500
I think we should say
bucks.
700 total to cover for Ubers from the airport to food.
Oh,
for
nice.
God, I gotta
takeout
take a
date.
train from the airport.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna get there. I'm
the
not, gonna
ticket
be,
was-
I'm not even gonna leave the airport.
Do you have data on your
The
phone?
airplane ticket was $550, and we
Yeah.
think we might be close to that. I think check.
You should get
We
the
got stuff out
international
early on
plan.
YouTube, and the YouTube takes fees.
You know, I'm realizing I'm gonna be on the plane and we're driving over there. Like, I have no money. I can't like eat. Or
Well, that's what we're here
That's
for.
why we're doing this.
yeah,
if
but if
anyone
this
has an
doesn't
extra
work.
dollar-
But if this doesn't work,
Okay, so tell everybody what happened with Siobhan.
I
First
just
date.
typed in the chat.
First date, Siobhan.
My first date with my, I'd say, best friend, Siobhan, who was my girlfriend. We dated for like 3 years maybe or something. My first date, I was excited about this date. And this was the height of our pranking, when we were all pranking each other a lot. Me, Seth, and Paul were doing, it was bad. We moved in the middle of the night on Paul, didn't tell him we moved. He came over to our apartment, he couldn't find us, he didn't know where
we
we
never
lived for a
told that
while.
story on this
We haven't
podcast?
told
I
the story, we
hope
should
we
tell
have.
that story.
I think we
so
already
we
have.
were pranking each other extensively and
Yeah,
extremely.
we don't really do it anymore.
So I was very nervous that I met this girl that I really liked, and I didn't want them to screw it up. So I rented a car, because Paul and I had a
Oh,
meeting.
yeah,
We
I
were shooting a
forgot
Skittles
about this.
commercial that day, like a couple of days, and I got a rental car. So and I parked almost a
I was-
mile away from where we were meeting.
I drove to we had a meeting together. Yeah, you showed up in a rental car, wouldn't park in the parking lot where the meeting was because I was.
And I had to run blocks to get to the place because I didn't
What
want
was
him to know where I
Was I
parked.
going to put a tracker on your car?
Because he put a tracker on us before. On the car to find out where we lived because we didn't tell him where we moved to.
Freaking
And
Laszlo.
we moved next door to him and he couldn't find us.
She hadn't driven a car.
I came over to their house and said, "I will find you in 24 hours."
That's for
And I
another
did.
episode.
Or you came over to my house. Yeah, we'll tell
Spitting
that later.
everywhere.
Okay.
So I got a rental car.
You
and
know,
I
and
parked far
after that
away,
meeting, I drove to like all the Targets. I drove to all the business around. I was like trying to.
and
find
that's
a
why I
freaking
parked. I
rental
parked
car.
behind the
Did you?
Target.
Yeah.
I parked next to the tractor trailer truck.
But I didn't have a tracker on me. What was I thinking?
You were trying to figure
You're
out what
probably
he was
looking for a rental
driving,
car.
probably.
And in the meeting, the whole skills meeting got hijacked by us talking about how I didn't want Paul to find me on a date that night, and I didn't want
And
to
we're
ruin
supposed
it.
to be like
and the
having a
skills
meeting
people were
and
like,
tell-
"What are
they're
you
like, why are
talking
you
about?"
talking about this? We have a commercial to make, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta find Nathan's car. We need a date. I gotta ruin it.
So
You know?
it was real intense, and I was like, I didn't want them to ruin the date. So what I told Siobhan to do, I wouldn't talk to her through texting because I looked up ways you could look on my phone. I could download a program that could show me anything that's displayed on Paul's phone. A text that comes through, I'll see it on my
Not
phone.
possible.
I found it, and I was like, I should get this and test it to see if you have it and test it.
You would need to get into my phone.
I
You might
went-
know better than you. He's a
I
sleuth.
lost my mind those days because I went so paranoid.
So what? Tell us the story.
So I asked Siobhan, and she did it. I said, can you not text me at all today? Because I don't want a text to come through and have my friends intercept it because I'm afraid they might show up and ruin the date.
I
She
mean,
was
could
like,
you imagine?
But that wasn't even the crazy thing I asked her. That was the normal
I
thing
know,
asked
but
her to
even
do.
like someone asking to intercept, like, what are you talking about? That's madness. Okay, so she
So,
agreed to that.
Since I'm a good detective,
how
I
did
know
you
what
court-
exists.
how did
That's
you-
probably why she didn't like us at first, because she got that bad rep
just
of
don't
us.
text me. I said instant message
How did you
me.
coordinate the date?
I instant message with her.
IM?
Yeah, I am because Adult
Wow,
Swim.
back
Everyone
in
she
the
worked
day.
at Adult Swim. Everyone at Adult Swim used IM in the
Yeah,
office.
Everybody in office did.
So I was like, I got an instant messenger, and then I went to a payphone to call her at one point because I didn't want to make a call.
Payphones are great.
And then when I showed up on the date in the rental car, she didn't know what kind of car I drove. I said, I'm in a rental car. I'll explain later. I brought foil with me. And I said, this is crazy, I know, but if you can
I
think about it in
know.
an amusing way, maybe it'll be
But
fun.
if you can think about it in a
Can
fun
I
way.
have you wrap your phone in foil? Because that was shut down and put it on extreme airplane mode. Because even airplane mode won't shut it down fully, I found out.
I was trying to find you too. I like went to your house and I was parking nearby. I was like, because I thought.
And
could
because
find
I
you.
and the freaking Weasel Detective of 2018, I wrapped that phone in foil. BBC couldn't find me.
No, actually, maybe I didn't. I didn't put in too much effort to try to find.
But I knew you guys were gonna try to ruin it because we like the reason this is I was a fear because one time our friend Zach went on a date and it's actually on my YouTube. We followed him, filmed the whole thing. I acted like a homeless person.
Well, that was
laid
funny.
on the ground.
We did
And
it to
him and
Tony,
his date
too.
were
We've
like,
done this stuff- We've
wow.
done this to other
And
people.
the girl didn't know I was friends with the guy on the date.
Yeah,
and Zach was
but-
embarrassed.
but-
so we follow each other and we film each other and we put it on the internet. So
But-
I didn't do that to me. So I had Siobhan wrap her phone in foil.
Yeah, we know
and
that.
she did it
Yeah.
and went on the date. The whole date
That's
with
why
her phone wrapped in
Siobhan's
foil.
a good person.
And I don't remember the point of this little
But
story.
we got you later.
And then they pranked me later, and it was horrible.
Should we tell
New
you what
Year's
we did?
Eve.
So okay, I'll tell it.
Oh,
I'll tell it from my
God.
perspective.
My perspective.
This is the theme of the episode:
I'll tell-
pranking each other till our lives.
We should
are
probably
over.
end after this, right?
I guess.
We'll
So we
wrap
do
up
have
a little bit of
invention
fun
we can
things.
talk to about,
There's
Seth.
no more inventions.
No more inventions. Of course, he has inventions.
Not in my book. Not in my notes. So okay.
Oh, I do have one little one, I guess.
You wanna
Someone
do that?
said, if someone told me to, I would fear for my safety.
Should I say?
Basically, yeah, I'm saying to the girl, I don't want you to be located or
That
tracked.
is so funny. Yeah, I didn't think about it that
I
way.
didn't
Wrap
think
your
either.
phone in foil so no one can find us.
Yeah.
That's fucked. Holy
Wow,
shit.
I didn't even realize
Neither did I.
Because my mind is
we're
just
so
on,
exactly.
my
I
friends are
don't
going
go
to
to
ruin
that dark
this.
place. Yeah. Okay. So
We're
but-
innocent.
But so later, many months later, you've been dating Siobhan for.
I think
year,
we were
couple
dating for a
years?
year and a half
Okay.
at that point.
So we knew Nathan. It was New Year's.
A
It was
year.
New Year's, right?
Yeah.
It was New
It
Year's
was
Eve.
New
I think-
Year's.
yeah,
and we knew
yeah,
Nathan was gonna stay at some hotel or do something for Nathan. So Nathan, his first mistake was he keeps his just email open on his phone, on his.
No, I thought I
no,
shut down.
on his computer. So
I
just clicked-
thought I played it safe this time, and I deleted everything from my computer, at least erased
So,
my history, but I didn't empty my trash.
No, you didn't. The email was straight there. I opened Firefox and your email was there, and I searched. I searched hotel booking. I did a whole bunch of things, and I found your hotel booking for what was it? What's the one down?
Marriott or something.
Fairmont.
Fairmont.
Okay. So I said, okay, we know where Nathan's staying, and then we said we have to get into his room somehow. So what we did was I opened Nathan's drawer because he keeps all his old licenses.
Oh,
Nathan
yeah,
has.
yeah.
This makes it sound like I did all this. I want people to know that Seth was.
Well, I
there.
knew some of this
I'm
stuff.
telling you from
Seth
my
was the one that went too
Hold on,
far.
wait, I get there. So in
I
Nathan's
did
drawer,
not.
he keeps all his licenses because Nathan does all these funny license pictures. So we just grabbed an old one, gave it to Seth because Seth looks enough like Nathan. We grabbed an old pair of Nathan's glasses, and previously I had just filled Seth's van with a ton of ball pit balls, you know, like
Those
those
colorful
jumpable
balls.
So I had
Seth was living in a
I had
van at the time.
hundreds of them left over. So we're like, oh, let's bring these to Nathan's hotel room. We need to get in there. You pretend to be Nathan. So Seth went up there to the front desk and said that he got locked out of his room and needed to get in. Blah, blah, blah. He pretended to be drunk, and Seth like does not drink alcohol, and said
He never has.
He said that the guy's like, you lost your key, and Seth goes, that's what happens when you mix Jack and whiskey. Which
He told the whole.
Jack
So he made me look
is
like
a
an
whiskey.
idiot because this guy thinks Nathan Barnett
Yeah,
can't remember his hotel room.
he's not gonna
And
know.
he says that's what happens when you have too much Jack and whiskey.
Well, it was tough because
The
I
guy was
couldn't,
like,
I couldn't look at him
"What?"
either because my glasses.
Oh, yeah.
were
Seth
like-
doesn't know what
Tom
whiskey
was there
is.
too.
Oh,
yeah,
Tom
yeah,
was there
yeah.
too.
Yes, Tom, you were
Yeah,
there.
vegan TNT. was
Master
there,
work.
too.
This is
Master work.
Okay.
He didn't do anything. He just walked around, followed
No,
you.
when we got
Oh, no,
when
Seth
we got in
and
the room,
Tom-
he fucked some shit
Seth
up.
and Tom were the
So,
ones-
Okay, so we guys.
Seth and Tom, they keep going down. I still haven't
They
got my
open the
payback.
door. They open the door for us. Seth goes in, then he calls us in. We go in, and at first we just dumped the balls everywhere in the bathtub, in the toilet, just all over. I mean, the room was pretty filled with them, but it just didn't look like look at a little prank. It just felt lame.
Yeah.
So then we flipped everything over.
And this is also a girlfriend I was dating that wasn't aware of this prank stuff.
Year and a
And
half.
she also has anxiety attacks and
a
panic
year and a
attacks.
half.
Okay.
And we never introduced. When you're dating someone, you save them
She
from this
knew
nonsense.
us very well at
But
that
she didn't
time.
know what we do to each other with pranks.
She absolutely.
So,
had
but
to.
anyway,
didn't.
we flipped everything upside down. The bureau, the bed,
Everything.
the,
All
every-
of
the
hers was
lamps,
upside
everything.
down.
And then we took everything. We just trashed the place.
Well, we didn't do it like we didn't tear the curtains and stuff.
No.
The ball pit balls
Oh,
were everywhere, and then
we just
you
made it
ate my
messy.
$30 pizza.
Oh yeah,
I'm
there was
still
a pizza
ticked about
and
that.
cookies.
That
We
was from
ate
Fresh
so much of
Brothers.
it. And then, so
I'm
at one
ticked
point,
about
at one
that.
point, I looked around. I said to Seth,
We just
I was
made
like,
it a mess.
At one point, I turned to you and I was like, I feel like we're going too far. Is this too far?
And this is also
And
a
Seth-
very nice hotel.
Yeah, and Seth,
And they're
but
gonna be
Seth
upset.
Seth said, no, there is no too far. I know my brother.
And actually, I was paraphrasing my brother. I was paraphrasing Nathan's life motto. It doesn't matter. Nothing in life matters. You do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want.
Unless
Blah,
someone
blah,
that
blah.
innocent is involved.
Nathan has also
Nobody
do
was
anything to me.
Nobody innocent was involved.
Siobhan, you don't understand. You don't know how her head is and how it is
You
for her.
pissed on my kitchen floor. You took a crap.
Because only you
took
saw
a
it.
crap on a plate and left it in my living room.
Only you saw it. I don't let Lara get involved.
Also,
'Cause I know
let
she
me
would
let me
let
say
No,
this.
she got involved.
Let me say
No,
this.
you
let me
tell
say,
her. You know, she
let me
didn't-
say
When
this.
you come up on my window, we're trying to fool around, you know, all that.
Oh, that was just
involved.
riding by. That's different.
That counts.
I
That's
don't know.
involved.
That's way
That's
different than what
involved.
you guys did.
That is involved.
Calling out your name is quite not the same.
Well,
but
I mean, I don't want to get into
but
that.
any
The
well,
best thing is when Laura's wearing Keith Abercrombie shirt and you're trying to fool around and you go, you have to take that shirt
That
off.
was the worst. That was the worst
Oh.
day. I was
He's looking
awful.
right at my face
That was awful.
when he's trying to
I
kiss
mean,
his
this
own
is
girlfriend.
like this is way too private for the internet. But I guess who cares?
Who cares?
Does she
we
know
don't
what
have to say exactly.
Well, no, I mean I was going down on her, so then I looked up and just saw the shirt
Of
with
Nathan's
Nathan on it.
face.
Yeah. So that was I
Pranked
I
you
felt,
without
I
even
felt
pranking you.
Sick.
Nathan's
I
trying
felt
to.
sick.
Nathan's
In
trying
that
to.
picture, he's got his shirt off too, and he's got those guns, the headbands,
Oh
that
my
Rambo.
God.
That was awful.
Nathan's trying to say like, oh, Siobhan and this and that, poor Siobhan. Nathan, the first day or 2 week he met her, he went to her house and threw tons of stink bombs into the fan with this sleepover party she and her friends were having, and blew tons of disgusting fart into
Oh,
the
that was
house.
Yeah.
And
that
then-
was awesome.
And then
But I
he
stopped
waited
after I learned.
and he jumped through the window
at like an all-girls
An
party, like
all-girls
5
sleepover.
girls.
He goes,
jumping
"Ah!"
through the-
and they thought
And
it was
they
like
thought there
a
was
murderer
a
coming
rapist
in.
coming in to get them. And one of the friends had actually been broken into recently, and I didn't know that. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe I don't do that to them. And then you guys went and did that after we learned all
Laura
this.
is gonna kill me that I just said that.
I can-
She'll
I
never
can-
know.
I can-
She'll never watch this.
I know, but if she does, she's gonna kill
Oh,
me.
she'll never.
Everybody knows boys and bees, and you know.
Laura doesn't like listening to us talk in real life. She's not going to go to the internet to request our talking.
Boys and bees. But don't tell her what I just said.
I won't.
Freaking screw me.
Yeah.
Make me look like
So
well, it doesn't make me look bad.
Are we getting any
there's
donations?
no way we can. You have to check your thing.
I don't think it's working.
Well, that's pretty much episode
That
9 of
didn't
my
feel,
own
that didn't
brother.
feel like an ending.
Oh, I have an invention.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
It's
we
like
have
it's
an
just
ending.
one of my ones that's in the
So,
works. But
I want to just want to say before you say this invention, this is particularly exciting for me because normally when we do the inventions, like I have most of his inventions written down and I start this, but I don't know what he's about to say. So this is exciting.
oh, it's Mike's birthday today, I think.
Sweet karmic revenge. What's the karmic revenge?
Burger. We'll talk about that. on
Happy
another
birthday,
episode.
Mike.
Okay. Get ready to listen. No more
Yeah, I'm
chugging.
listening. I
This
got
is just like a. This is just a good invention. It's not like.
What were the
It's not
others?
fixed. Those are, excellent inventions. This is just.
This is. Did you hear what he just said?
What?
The other inventions were excellent. This one's just good. So that means this is actually on his scale lower.
Oh
down.
my God! So this is gonna be the
tier.
worst one ever.
No, it's a really good invention, but it's just like I don't.
No weapon.
I'm not.
It'd actually be
Listen to
pretty.
this invention.
I
I
think
wanna
it'd be
hear
pretty
this.
easy to do.
I don't think either of us know about this invention.
No
we usually
clue.
know about all of them.
Do we
We're
know
like,
about
oh,
this? You
God,
told
oh,
us this
God.
I
before?
don't know.
This is like my heart is beating faster just at the excitement. Stop doing transitions. and
I
just
love the
listen.
transition.
Shut up!
There's
and
nothing wrong
listen.
with a great transition. Wow.
Just listen.
I just want to make.
I'm covering up the email. I just donate here.
All right, tell us
okay,
this
let's hear it.
invention.
So that's TJ5.
Do you ever notice how long it takes us to get to something?
Yes,
and then
I
interrupt
do.
it?
Yeah, it
It's
does.
very
That's forever.
Why I hate talking to you guys.
Wow.
Out.
So rude.
Out.
I'm out of here.
I don't hate talking to you guys.
I hate listening to you. So it's here we go.
Go on.
Invention
Tell
time.
us the invention.
We should just cut off now and not do the
Oh
invention.
my
Yeah, right. And then we'll check the total at the end of the
I
episode.
mean, I'm
of
sure
what
someone already
Seth
invented
made.
this. I'm guessing maybe.
Great.
I
Good.
don't know.
That's how you know it's a good invention if you start with.
I
I'm sure
want
somebody already invented
To
this.
It's a chair.
I know. Well, you sit on it.
Hi, I'm close.
I want to.
Fuck did you do?
I want to invent the toilet that delivers mail.
What? That's
So,
the two things that
When
no
you're
one needs
taking
connected.
a dump and you have to write your letter, you're at work or whatever. You put the mail, you drop it in with the poop, and you flush it down the toilet.
Of course.
At least I thought it was going to go on the side. You can't put it
no
in the
one is
tube.
going to dig
No,
through
that's
poop to
the
pick
invent-
up an envelope.
No, because the people working down underground are going
Some
to.
people have to live underground and work
Well, the people
underground.
that, no, they're already down
I
there.
just seen a
The
bunch of
people
people filing into
underground.
the sewer.
I gotta go work. And you start
Seth,
crying
Seth,
as you're going
hold
down
on.
the toilet.
They're
Hold on.
already down there. I'm just utilizing
What are they
it for
doing
another-
there?
They're working on the sewer.
Hold on.
So sewer workers get the mail with their poopy gloves.
So do they work for the sanitation department or do they work for
They work for the sewer
US Postal
So you're
Service?
adding a service.
Well, imagine it your job.
So
now
guys
you're
already
doing
have the
mail.
worst job in the world. Oh, you gotta do another thing. Oh, okay.
No. Why does it have to go down? Why can't it be a slot on the side? Why does it have to be with the poop?
Because you're going to the bathroom.
You are
You
so
smell that, bro?
stupid.
Oh.
Do you seriously think people are going to put their mail in with their poop? How is it not getting wet and poop?
And how's the envelope?
Because-
How's it not getting?
because
Oh,
the
I bet you
toilet-
they got special
The
envelopes.
toilet comes with special envelopes.
Of course. Of course.
And you
it
just
does.
put, and you can
It's
put,
not necessary. Why do we need this? We
What?
have mail that works fine.
because
What?
it's so much faster.
What is?
Why is it faster?
Why?
It's
Because
not a
if you're
thing.
gonna wait for the mail, you put the thing in the mailbox. You just wait. This you flush and it goes, just like the bank.
And then you gotta wait for the man down there who goes, oh, where
Why?
does this go? And where does the toilet man in the sewer
no,
give it
hold
to?
on.
There's so many questions.
Why does it have to be the toilet?
because it's just a
Why
good
can't it be
idea.
the sink? Like
But
a
why
bigger
can't
drain?
it just be like a tube that goes where
like the
underground on
bank.
its own? Why
Because
can't it be
when
a
you-
separate
'cause you
thing?
get
I
two
know how
things
you
Why
do
the
this.
fuck is it connected to the
Because you
toilet?
get-
What is the
You get
the
two things
common
done at
thread?
once.
Why toilet then? Make it attach to your sink, your
That's
refrigerator.
what I said.
Because you spend more time on the toilet than you do in front of the sink.
I disagree.
You also spend a lot of time just standing in your house. What about any of those moments?
It just makes
Why am I
sense.
touching you?
It doesn't make
This is-
sense.
Because my legs
people
in
are
the way.
constantly leaving comments about how I'm gay and I want to have sex with you guys. It's because of stuff like this.
Because that's a nice,
somebody
caring
left
friend.
a comment on the last episode and said the guy in the middle is happy you guys don't have girlfriends because he's gay and wants to fuck you.
Just an observation.
You're the only one that does have a girlfriend.
I know. It's funny that they say that because we don't have
That doesn't
girlfriends.
mean I'm not gay and want to have sex with you.
Maybe your girlfriend is a cover-up.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my hands to myself and continue with the toilet mail.
Well-
This is the dumbest fucking thing.
Well,
I've
that's why I
ever
said
heard.
it's a good idea. It's not excellent. No, but it's
It's
good.
not a good
No
idea.
joke.
It's an
It's
idea.
something-
You could pay your bill to your gas company just by dropping it in the toilet when you took a dump. It'd be free.
I can't understand in your brain why it has to be the toilet.
You don't have to
Why-
put postage on it either. That's the other
Why?
thing. Because it's a part of the toilet service. You don't have to ever pay for a stamp again.
Seth, how is the toilet man, sewer man, going to figure out where to bring it?
Because he reads it.
So he just walks through the pipes in the underground.
No, it's just flowing.
So the guy in the sewer.
It's already a system at
As
work
when he leaves
that I'm
work-
adding another layer
But
of
wait,
usability
explain,
to.
when the guy leaves the pipes in the sewers, that's in the sewer working on the sewers. He's also
Also-
envelopes are falling. He's like, oh, here we go. He's putting them in his pockets. He has to then go to a mailbox later, a post office, and drop them off for you and get paid how much more?
No, it's just when it gets there, he picks it up and he puts it
Where?
up on the counter.
How does he
What
get
kind?
it?
He has to go to the
how
post
does-
office.
How does he get it to the person who's being delivered to?
It's already it's flowing.
Everybody's toilet is labeled.
It's flowing. That sewer system is
No,
flowing.
how is it going?
Everyone's
You put it down
pipes-
your
this
toilet.
is
How does it
so
get to my house?
stupid.
Because you put an address on it.
So the toilet
So then
man.
he has to go all the way to the tube that's connected to my toilet and shoot it up. Where's
No,
the
like-
mail come?
The system is sending it
Does
to you.
So is it the mail? So half of it is the post office. You send it out, and
No,
then
there's
it
no
gets
post
delivered
office.
to the post
There's no
office.
post office.
Where does he bring the envelope?
He doesn't even have to bring the envelope anymore.
How does the mail get to the person you're sending it
It
to?
can come up your toilet.
So that means
Wait, so you're connecting Paul's toilet to my toilet? His poop's gonna come
not
up
only,
my
not
toilet
only
too.
to your toilet, to every other toilet in the world.
Well, I don't know how big. No, it's not going to go across the.
Oh, you want to mail a letter to Steve? Sorry, your toilet's not connected
No,
to
it's
his.
just
What
domestic.
are you talking
It's just
about?
domestic. I mean, right now. I don't know.
Right now.
Right now, how many mailing addresses are in the United States?
A lot.
So my toilet has to have
Can
it
a
has
billion
to
pipes
go down
coming
one,
up?
and then each toilet has to have a.
The math.
Well, it's like a computer thing, I guess.
It's not a computer; it's a physical pipes.
Yeah, but the computer says, "Oh, turn it this way, turn it."
I'm
that way."
talking about the infrastructure.
And also, does
The
Paul's poop
sewer.
come up with it? It goes, oh, I got a little bit of your poop too.
It's resistant to the.
No.
There's a filter
Chad,
on there.
Chad,
on
you
screen.
understand what we're saying? Our one person's pipe can't get connected to everybody else's pipe.
He's
Yes, it
trying
is.
to figure
Yes,
out
it
how to
is.
fix it right now.
You think every single? How many people live in the United States?
Billion? I don't know.
Is it 600 million or
It's
something?
600 or something like that. It's
I
almost a
forget what it
billion.
is. Someone say 156 million mailing addresses in the U.S. So each toilet
Oh my
needs to
God.
be connected. So
not that
multiply
many.
156 million by 156 million.
million.
Someone do that math. I mean, I won't.
10 billion.
I won't even be
It
able
doesn't
to.
matter. It's a computer.
It's not a
Doesn't
computer.
matter.
They're
You
real
can't use
pipes.
that. Every time you have a dumb invention and we say that doesn't make sense, you go, the scientists will figure it out. There's no scientists that can figure this one out because there's no physical space in the ground big
This is
enough.
how many tubes there
That's-
need to be.
That's like pi. There's an E in that number.
Is that billions?
Oh my God. This is how many tubes you would need to get Seth's
I think
stupid
you
invention to
can't.
work.
It's not focused. It's billions.
2.4336 E16. What does E even
think it's
mean?
'cause
Also,
Big number.
how many people would be sitting on their toilet and a letter shoots up their ass, or better yet, a bomb, or what else did you
Nah,
send
you
through
can't
it?
man bombs. The
This is-
computer would know.
No, you can't mail bombs.
You are a moron.
That's a good idea, though, right?
No, not right.
Like, would you like? Let me ask you this question.
here he goes. Here's pitch mode.
Oh,
Would
God,
you
here we
like
go.
I hate when you
to
do
be
this.
able to send a letter without getting off the toilet to somebody? Would you like that?
No one is writing
really
a letter.
care.
Would you like it?
I don't really-
Or would
No
you
one is.
dislike it?
Who's writing on the toilet? Yes. Writing. Oh, dear Steve. Oh, my legs are numb now. I gotta get to. No one sits on the toilet that long to write a
Or
letter.
would you like it?
Not really, because
You wouldn't like if you could sit on the toilet and send a letter to me. You wouldn't like that?
I don't know why it needs to be on the toilet. I don't understand.
Well, it's just saying. Would you like it if you could stick it
Not
in the
really,
sink?
because I don't really like to associate poop with like
Yeah, do you know
writing.
this
It's like,
poop part
I don't
goes on
even
the
I don't even
paper?
really like being.
And
on my
nobody writes
phone on the
letters,
toilet.
first
It's
of
like-
all.
Yeah, that's all.
No one does that
I'm just
anymore.
telling you, it's another way to utilize a system
This
already in
person
place.
said it's called email. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Seth wants live action email.
Yeah.
He just wants to make something that doesn't
Everything
exist
you come
and
up
say,
with,
I made that.
But everything he comes up with is dated. That book thing where the
Yeah.
book covers. No one buys books. No one sends letters. It's all digital. Like you're. This is
good.
So dumb.
This is the dumbest of your inventions.
I mean, it's good. You said that
Next to your
before.
Amazon
Well, yeah, we
toilet.
say it about everyone, but this is
I've
really
said that
the
before,
dumbest one.
and I'll say it again. Honestly, like if you are gonna bring ideas like this to the table,
That's just one in the works.
it's not the worst. You do understand you can't build this many pipes, right?
They're already there.
They
They
aren't
are
connected
there.
to
Did
everybody
you see
else,
the number?
though.
There's 3
Yes,
point
they
one.
are.
It's one pipe from my house down to the thing, from Nathan's house down.
And they all go to the septic plant or whatever. That's it.
I mean, also you.
Yeah, and then once you get the septic plant, you just go out of the plant and then you go to the place.
How is the envelope gonna know? The envelope is supposed to go down to the septic plant. Go. Oh, where do I go now?
The
Oh, I go
computers.
up this pipe.
The computers.
So the pipes.
No, what
in
if
the-
these? What?
You
Hold on,
can't
wait.
make-
No, I have an idea. It's 100. Everybody's
This is so hard to
everybody's
argue.
pipe. All 156 million. I'm going to draw this for you. It's 156 million pipes. Okay, they go down into one central tube.
Maybe if that's even
or
how it
one
works.
central circle area that then has another 156 million pipes on the bottom that go back.
How are you going to get
That
this
way
many
it's not
pipes
pipe to
buried
pipe.
under the ground? There's not enough
You
physical room.
You can't. He's a moron.
And then, so my letter comes out
You're
here
telling
into the
me-
pipe.
you're
My letter
telling
comes
me-
down, and then how's it know to go up this one of the 156 million to
the
Paul's?
computer.
Hold on. This-
What does that mean? The computer just
The
tells
little
it.
flap goes
it
chink, and it
programs-
knocks it over down the right pipe.
This
So there's a
person-
billion flaps going. Like, well, there's a million
Yeah,
letters.
it's nonsense. But this person
can't
did
even argue
give
with it.
a very good piece of advice. They said, please do not tell your princess your idea. Please don't.
My princess.
Capital letters.
Yeah, don't tell your London girl friend.
But
Your invention.
it's also an exclusive service,
Or,
so there wouldn't be that many
you know,
pipes.
it'll work out for Seth. He'll tell her these ideas, and she'll go, "Your reign is so unique. You're a genius."
No one would ever say that.
Or she'll just laugh at him, think
No,
he's funny.
because I don't know what this 156 million is even about. It's an exclusive service.
So who uses it? You and Paul?
Just the elite people can
The
have
elite
it.
people.
Oh, we got another.
No one wants a poopy
oh, wait,
envelope.
guys, we got another order. Someone knows the elite service. Okay, just give us the time to install the 156 million pipes.
Because we don't know where they're going to send it to. They got
No,
to
no, it's not 156
Give us.
million.
How,
I said you don't know. They
It's
don't
the
know where you
elite.
want to send it to. The elite. I could want to send it to anyone in the world.
It's like the dating app. You can only match with people on the dating app.
But
Okay,
so if someone
Fine.
gets a service, a pipe is built for them.
It's already there. Every toilet in the country is connected to each other already.
We have to stop talking about this invention.
yeah,
This
no,
is
I
the
get
dumbest
what he.
one.
Yeah, this is just nonsense.
Making my brain.
I mean, I
hurt.
get that if there's only a certain amount of people on it, you can only send to them. Like, then it's so stupid because it's not convenient.
I would rather
Yeah,
email
what's
or
annoying-
But
it's just something
what's
cool.
annoying
Texting
about-
on my Razor phone is much more convenient than this.
What bothers me about your inventions is because you start with this whole like, could you imagine? Wouldn't you like to? Wouldn't it be so convenient? And then you say it's super exclusive and only 10 people have it. It's just nonsense.
And that's why I say you would
That's
like to be a
his way
part.
of
You would like to
shutting
be a
down all
part of
our
this group.
complaints and arguments.
You'd like to be a part of this
No.
this experience.
No, we wouldn't. No one wants to be part of it.
Mike said my IQ is deflating by the minute.
Is he a
Mike
donor?
said, I missed the initial diet. Is this a social network for poop and letters?
Yeah, letters. You can
Poop
send
and
it to her
letters.
and mail your letter when you're pooping, and it goes to an.
Oh, it'll be on
another person.
YouTube. You can watch it later, and you can get
Yeah,
your
you can watch
IQ
the full
deflated
episode.
too, like Mike. Mike, how do you think I feel? I live this shit, man.
Every day. Seth's telling us all this crap.
Donation? Anybody want to make a donation?
All right, well, that's episode 9 of My Own Brother.
This was.
Well, I feel like that was only half episode. We only really got talking about halfway through.
Oh, we can edit it for YouTube. and
Mike
put it
donated the
out.
100.
Shut up.
Crack. Well, that I think earlier.
before.
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
but
before.
he's
Good
Yeah,
jokes.
Mike-
Good jokes and donating money.
Mike's cool.
Mike!
Mike donated on YouTube.
But you sent me that money. Don't you think I'm helping your IQ by telling you all my good ideas?
Can he get his money back?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Let me do a send-off for YouTube.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Let me do this. What's going on here?
Seth's rotten booger.
Oh wow, Nathan! Look, it's the guy. From
Thanks for
Metal
watching
Slug.
My Own Brother season 9. We got another one to wrap up the season 10. Hopefully
Well,
next week when Seth gets back from
yes.
London, we'll see what happens.
The next one will be when he gets back. We have to do it right when he gets back. I
Yeah.
want full report.
Okay. Thank you.